I'm wondering. I need to see if at some point, like, if I can actually like have maybe at some point my podcast will be fancy enough to where I'll have sounds and like lead-ins to things. But if you're wondering what that sound is, that sound means it's time for the July Career Corner. Just so you know, in the very back of my mind, my wheel started spinning really quick, and it was like, what theme song could I make up for the July Career Corner? And I almost started trying to like freewheeling like riff like a song, but that just might be because of the coffee, man. I don't know. It was probably best that I pumped the brakes on that, but also it could have been amazing. So, I mean, you never know. July Career Corner, man. It's been interesting. It's been interesting. We're into the thick of it at work right now. We're cranking at full capacity. We are going to be adding another 120 barrel fermenter this month. So we'll be able to slam a whole bunch of You Betcha through that, which is our New England style IPA. Yeah, I mean, we're busy. We're getting a new hire trained in, and she's doing really well, and so that's exciting. I see a lot of growth in our team. Guys stepping up. We just did kind of like a professional development focused on teamwork, and so I worked up a presentation on that, and I felt good about it, man. I feel like it was really positive. It was more like question answer discussion kind of thing. We started off by talking about like trying to get in a mindset of gratitude a little bit, and went around the table and talked about times where they had felt appreciated or valued while working at Sonder, and everybody had great examples of it, because I do believe Sonder does a good job with that. So we got into that a little bit, and then we just started. It was a good conversation. We're not going to replay the whole thing in here right now, but it was good. It was good. So I feel good about how the team is performing. Usually this is the most hectic time of year, but like things have been smooth, and that's really a tip of the hat to the folks on the floor, the men and women that work on the floor there at Sonder, because everybody's really stepping up and growing. It's really great to see. It's really great to see. So that's been good. What else? I've been really focused in the past month. I'm involved in monthly meetings that I do anything from kind of direction of the business to financial stuff, and that's not stuff that I've had a lot of background with, and so I'm always trying to learn new stuff. So this past month, I've really been diving into the business side of operations. The first thing I did was I started re-listening, or I went back to the podcast called Restaurant Unstoppable. And I would really recommend that if you are in the operations side, or you want a better notion of that, Restaurant Unstoppable is a fantastic podcast. My man, I'm forgetting, is it Eric Cacciatore, I believe, is the host. He's actually he bought a camper and he drives across the United States interviewing independent, well, not just independent restaurant owners, but primarily, I believe, independent restaurant owners, and just talking about their success stories, what they've learned, sharing tips and tricks, and there's beautiful stuff in there, man. So I've really been hammering that content because I want to have a better understanding of how to operate a business/restaurant, which is ultimately what most of these breweries are that we work for. I've also read the book called Profit First, which is very interesting. I'm not a big accounting guy, and there's a lot of people on Restaurant Unstoppable. There's a lot of independent restaurant owners that were really pointing to this book as like, well, of course you've read that, and that's a must read. And so I'm like, well, I need to read that book. So I read it. Super worthwhile. I'd throw it out there, throw out a challenge. The author I'm not certain what the author's name is. I can look it up real quick. He I know he does a ton of podcasts. So maybe if you don't feel like diving in on the book, purchasing the book from Audible, it's Mike Michalowicz, Michalowicz, Mike Michalowicz, Profit First. Super interesting. And I encourage you to check it out. I encourage you to check it out because it's an interesting angle on things. And then also this month, earlier in the month, I ended up going to an OSHA 10-hour training, which was very good. I got to see my boy from 50 West, Ryan, one of the brewers here in the area that I absolutely love. Just a great guy. Loves what we do, loves making beer, loves trying to be great at it. Those are the people I like talking to when it comes to beer. So that's kind of been my thing over the past month. I do this because I try to stay driving forward, pushing forward, always learning new stuff. So I'm just passing along, what I'm attacking over, or what I have attacked over the last month. Maybe attack makes it sound a little excessive. Maybe it makes it seem a little aggressive. But baby, I can only do what I can do. That is the July Career Corner. Let's give some love to the chat.